The power to overcome. God in his word used the term to him who overcomes. That very word overcomes to literally stand up and walk over, to literally take what is and push it down where it belongs, to basically be so strong that no matter whatever the opposition, wind blowing against you, you stand up. The Bible goes on to say to submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. That is overcoming. The devil is a liar. He's a murderer. He's a thief. He's a coward. Everything that he does it so well in the land of illusion. See, he can't stand against faith. That's why Jesus says, when you come to God, if you believe that those things you have, that you received, you has already been done. He says it will be done for you when you pray for it. That's a powerful statement. That is how overcome. He says to him who believes that Jesus Christ came in the flesh will overcome the world. And as the Bible says, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And I'm going to go along those two lines. Okay. Much of what you will have to overcome is basically evil. Okay. Whether it be found in anybody, no matter who they are, no matter what they're doing in their life, no matter what they're trying to, and what evil does more than anything else, it's all about cutting you down, and cutting you down, desecrating, disassemble, fragment you until you basically feel like a shell of nothing, right? It only comes on the heels when somebody sees, or even a system sees, that you, whether it be you or a group of yous, are so well and able to destroy it. It's standing up for truth. It's standing up to error with the power of truth. It has a certain level of vindication behind it. God is in the business of always not using himself. He uses angels, but using people to deal with people problems. And the majority of what we're going to go through in our lives are going to be people problems. If you find yourself in a family, generational or whatever's going on, that the consistency within the family is full of lies, a slander. The Bible talks about biting and devouring one another. If these things are there, it will have a certain amount of pushing down the voice of truth. I've found something else within this kind of dynamics is it's very easy for them to make excuses of even cutting corners in financial situations, cheating the government, doing things that are reprehensible in the sight of God. When you're absolutely dishonest as a person, you're going to be sure, people like that, you're going to be sure this kind of dynamics is going on within the family structure from which they came from. Becomes very easy for them because there was no one there overcoming the evil with good until you stepped on the scene. Is it one that God saw something in you? Did he create you? Did he meet you in the womb? Did he put something special on your life to basically make you to be the sword that cuts away at the illusion of the safety of wickedness? The probability is yes and no. I've come to realize that through the honing of who you are, when people talk about the chosen ones, right? Is that the call to be chosen by God has a whole lot to do with the small decisions you're making throughout your life. Those small little things. You're working in an office building, and when everyone is basically taking pens, simple things like that, pens for themselves, you don't. You're not only partially honest, you have a high level of integrity. It's not that you also think that God is watching. That's why you are motivated not to get caught by God, but it lives deep down inside of you. That is an honesty that you can be trusted. You can be trusted. And good managers see those kinds of workers. They see those kinds of people and they're cherished in companies. See, when companies even lose their stature, when they're dishonest, they have angles. They're all about the profit instead of having the prophet, the one who speaks the truth in the environment. What happens is that they are going to also become dishonest too. And in the midst of the dishonesty, you will shine brightly and your small influence will have a larger impact. All it takes is you to influence a few people along the way to get them to do the right thing. Because as the Bible says, where two or three gathered in my name, and it's about being Christians. But I believe also that if God can find one, two, or three people in any family system or whatever who desire to do the right thing, God can step in. And that is what makes you be a overcomer. That is what makes you overcome anything. It's like basically, it's like you go over and you basically overwhelm it. You basically, boom, you slap it down to defeat. You slap evil down to defeat. When people in your family are consistently wanting to fight against not you, but they fight against the truth that has been glaring at them all through their life, okay? They are going to hate you with a passion. And they're going to make up many reasons why they hate you. They're going to claim that you basically didn't stand up for them, that you basically didn't meet their demands, or you didn't submit to their superiority. And by the way, superiority in any family is a clear sign of an insecure little person. Little people like to puff up. It's like that. It's like that reptile, or even like a blowfish, right? And or a porcupine who puffs up and then lets its spines go and hurt people. And the thing is about small-minded people is that they push a whole lot of a narrative about themselves, and they have to claim the name to fame because they got nothing else going for them. The more harder people try to build themselves up is because they have a whole lot of nothing. It's called much ado about nothing going for them. Okay. And I've seen this firsthand. Like getting back to some of my other videos, and I've seen this, I've proven it. The more modest and the more decent you are as a human being, it doesn't matter. You pick up an instrument, whatever it will always prosper. It will always do well. The flow will be there. There will be no hindrance. God will not overcome the good person. There's enough forces that we don't see happening around our lives. It's called divine power. Divine power will never overcome good. Good overcomes evil in every instant of their life. Good overcomes evil. How you fit into it, you will grow into it when God begins to teach you. And in the meantime, He's allowing the pain to cause you to make up more vows inside why you need to be a different person who you are. He will create a backbone that you will be able to stand up to any kind of evil that is going on, especially, when evil becomes the worst kind of evil is when it's actually focused its attention on you to do you a lot of harm, to rub your name, to smudge your name in the mud, to incite fights, to bring you to such a high level of emotional craziness with what it intends, so they can then turn around and see say, see, he or she is just as evil as me. Right? Excuse my laugh. Really, but that's the intention of evil. The intention of evil is to push you and prod you slowly, little by little, until you blow up. And then it gets to sit back and watch you mimic its wickedness, because that's what it's been doing all the time. And overcoming, I'm still learning this. Even at 63 years old, I'm still learning this. When you get baited and you get pushed into a situation, you got to live with yourself, and through your life, you've operated the mode of operation. You operated with decency, with manners. The little things that go on in life that people would lightly excuse and pass over, you don't. You know to open up doors for people, hold them open, say thank you. Manners, the manners is there. The manner of your life shines as a testimony. And that's why you have so much peace inside, because that way is living inside of you. But when something that is very evil prods you and push you, you can blow up. You can blow up to the point, because what's really happening is you got evil that overwhelmed you. So the Bible says to overcome evil with good, to him who overcomes. And it takes time and it takes practice to understand that what is happening to you is not someone, it is something. It's evil. It's evil to the core. It's given itself over to such darkness that you're literally enter an engagement with it. So therefore, you've now gone into its environment, not your own. You've left your power. To overcome, it takes a certain amount of practice. And the things I found in life, the best practice you're going to have are the ones sometimes you don't expect. But it's making up your mind, and by prayer, asking God to help you to always keep a calm being. You know that you cannot reason with wicked. You can't. And probably the best thing you can do in your life, if you can, is cut off at all cost when someone has finally gone to the place of such iniquity and wickedness. And probably the best way you're going to ever overcome evil is you can't be inside of it. You all have a good day, and do like, subscribe. Thank you.